So one of the things we were talking about in prepping for this call was something you said, which I thought was really interesting about advisors should love regulations. Can you
Absolutely.
tell us, can you tell us why you think advisors should love regulations?
Because it's really good for their business, it's a differentiator. Um, we've bit of background. Um, in the UK, we've had financial regulations since 1986, and we've been through several rounds of it. And I'm going to be the first to say we haven't always got it right. Um, but in the long term, I mean, we've got to a situation today where there's more demand for financial advice than there's ever been. There's definitely an excess of demand over supply. Advisors are earning more money than they've ever done. Their balance sheets are stronger than they've ever been. And those messages actually come from the regulator in the UK, the Financial Conduct Authority. They're not happy with everything that they've done. Regulators never are. This is one of the things you have to learn, I think, is if you set an organization up with the explicit mission of looking at how everything is done in the industry, don't be surprised when they start unearthing, turning up stones and finding things underneath that you might
Sure.
rather not have seen.
Mm-hmm.
But in the long run, overall, in direct contradiction to what everybody expected, I mean, if we talk in the more recent past, the Retail Distribution Review, which the process started around 2005, 2006, finally came into enactment at the beginning of 2013. And if you'd spoken to most advisors over that 2005, 2013 period, the world was going to end. It was going to be really bad for them. It was the worst possible thing that could have happened. Mm-hmm. And you speak to them now, and the reality is their businesses are stronger than they have ever been. There's more demand for financial advice than there's ever been. Their services are more clearly differentiated. But I mean, I would say, and certainly, people I speak to in the US suggest to me that, Reg BI is a very simple level of financial regulation. From the things that have been described to me, it actually appears to be significantly less than was brought in by the 1986 Act over here. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it's worth people studying, what have we got now? 35 years of regulatory experience in the UK. We've done a lot of things wrong. A lot of things have not worked out, but a lot of things have worked out very well indeed. And it's certainly made financial advisors stronger. I mean, you do need to be obviously on your guard in terms of how these things are put together and the consequences. I mean, the original plans that got stopped in the end, but if I go back to the early 80s, at one point, the deputy chair of the group that was drafting all the requirements happened to be the CEO of a very large insurance company with a tied distribution force. And shall we say that the approach that they put forward at that time probably wouldn't have come out with the best outcome for independent advisors. But that wasn't what succeeded. So, we ended up, I think, with a very good place.